This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Tamil Nadu's SP Balasubramanian is conferred the Padma Bhushan for playback singing, music, direction and acting for 2010. Will Rahman repeat his Oscar magic? The music maestro gets 2 nominations, Danny Boyle once again being his lucky charm.
Oh gosh, it's a real pleasure to be here. Thank you.
The Lankan High Commissioner meets the Chief Secretary of the state. Both affirm to keep respective citizens safe.
So we will wait for the investigation from the Indian side to complete, and we hope that they will share the results so that we can also proceed on that direction.
CPM's General Secretary invites his alliance partner Jayalalitha to Delhi for a massive rally against price rise.
I have requested her to participate in that program in Delhi.
As the nation prepares to celebrate the 62nd Republic Day, security is tightened in and around the city. And brand new medical centers dot the suburbs of Chennai. An exclusive report coming your way. Welcome to the Late Night News with me, Evelyn Matthew. You're watching NDTV Hindu. Let's also bring you our national top stories. Top BJP leaders and workers arrested as they cross into Jammu for their Ekta Yatra. An additional collector is burnt to death while he was conducting a raid on kerosene black marketeers in Maharashtra. Arushi's father, Dr. Rajesh Talwar, is serious, says his family, after being attacked in court with a cleaver. We can't name anybody but have nothing to hide, says the finance minister, says disclosures only after prosecution. Suresh Kalmadi digs his heels in, says only the IOA can remove him from the organizing committee, calls his sacking illegal. On to our top story. Caught at gunpoint in mid-sea a few days back were helpless Indian fishermen. And last night, Buddhist monks at a center in our city were the target of another set of attacks. Attacks that could have been the eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth by a group of pro-Tamil activists. There's certainly a huge cloud of worry and tension floating over both the nations now. While on our part, the state's chief secretary has assured an all-out protection to the Lankan government's properties here in Tamil Nadu, the Sri Lankan High Commissioner who is visiting sounded quite nervous, but the senior diplomat has also made a loud declaration on his part, saying that even if Indian fishermen were to cross international waters, they would not be fired at. He maintained that the Sri Lankan Navy has not been doing so even now and is not responsible for the recent killings of the Indian fishermen. In fact, last night, the Buddhist center in the city, which is just a stone's throw away from the Commissioner's office in Egmore, was vandalized by 10 unidentified men armed with clubs. In the attack, 4 monks were injured. Among them was a vice-chancellor of the Sri Lankan University. 3 special teams of the police force are to hunt down the offenders soon. Meanwhile, police also suspects the involvement of pro-Tamil fringe groups in view of the fishermen's killings of late.
We want to work with Indian government to ensure that Indian fishermen are not harmed even when they cross into Sri Lankan waters and fish in our waters, because we want them to be not harmed or not killed or not manhandled even if they violate the international maritime boundary line. We want them to peacefully return, and that is our objective. And we are concerned that whoever who has done this attack on Indian fishermen, why they have done that is our concern, and we want to find out. So we will wait for the investigation from the Indian side to complete, and we hope that they will share the results so that we can also proceed on that direction. We have to find out who killed them. We have to find out. it's a common responsibility. Sri Lankan government will try to ensure that will ensure and will try to ensure that Indian fishermen, when they cross over to Sri Lankan waters, which they should not do, even when they cross, they will not be attacked by force.
Mr. T. Rajendran, the Commissioner of Police with Greater Chennai, spoke to us about the progress in tracking down the offenders in this case.
Not yet, but we've been questioning some people now, and I think in the next day or two we'll be showing some arrest.
Now, barely a few more hours and the nation will be celebrating and cheering for the 62nd Republic Day. With the celebrations across India come the security measures only hand in hand. They will remain tight all through the city. Bomb and dog squads are on standby in case of an emergency situation. The suburban police have also put in place tight security along the hillocks of St. Thomas Mount, Tiruchulam and Pallavaram. These areas that surround the airport will be closely watched for any VIP or even regular vehicle movement. Over 12,000 police personnel, which includes men from the Armed Reserve Police, the Rapid Action Force and the Quick Reaction Teams, have been deployed for the celebrations and the Republic Day parade as well. Extra vigil will be maintained at vital installations across the state and sensitive points will come under strict surveillance. Mr. Rajendran also spoke to us about the Republic Day celebrations and preparations that come with it and the cover that the city is about to witness.
We've taken the usual security measures. Like 2-3 days back we started the storming operations of checking lodges or checking vehicles and even checking people in certain areas. And about 2,000 people will be deployed, including traffic, and we are taking care of the coast also. We have tied up with the Coast Guard, and we have also tied up with the Coastal Security Group, and there will be tight security because VIPs are involved and foreign dignitaries are involved, so we've taken all measures necessary to ensure that it passes off peacefully.
One of the accused in the IPL case, Ajay Verma, had appeared before the Central Crime Branch of the City Police today. BCCI's Secretary N. Srinivasan had lodged a criminal complaint against Modi and 6 others, including Verma, last October, alleging misappropriation of funds to the tune of around 469 crore rupees. A second summons was issued just asking Modi to appear in person either on the 25th, that's today, the 27th or even the 28th of this month. And here's what the Commissioner of Police had to say with regard to these investigations.
I think one of the persons to whom the summons was issued, Mr. Ajay Verma, I think he's appeared before the Deputy Commissioner Central Crime Branch today. So I think he must have interrogated him. Not as yet. I think I have to check with my Central Crime Branch. But I think the others, apart from Lalit Modi, the others we expect them to appear before the Central Crime Branch by the end of the month.
Now, in latest updates from the murder in Villupuram district, the police in the area have arrested a lawyer and 3 members of the CPI youth wing in relation to the death of a panchayat president. In fact, last night, the representative from Villupuram was waylaid and then hacked to death by unknown assailants, and the men went on to burn 5 homes and damage property in the surrounding area. The area was tense for those moments and a heavy police deployment took cover. The panchayat president was retained as the president for the 3rd time in a row. He was also a supporter of the DMK party.
Yeah, we have arrested 4 persons, 4 important accused in this case at night itself. So now we are camping at, I am camping at Tirukkoilur. We have provided all the bandobast and the picketing, posted picketings and patrol, placed patrols and the important roads. So as of now, situation is fully under control. We are closely monitoring the situation.
Up ahead on the late night news, it's the Music Maestro's day out today. SPB and A.R. Rahman get lucky with the mother of all awards in India and outside.